spider bit me! Ouch! That spider bit me! Ouch!
Hunters, this is part 2 of my Monster Hunter Wilds video. So come join me as we admire more of this game's wonderful art direction. We are starting with birds. The Sacred. Okay, here's number 1, okay? I know a lot of people are gonna fight me on this. Everyone tells me that feathered dinosaurs are a stupid idea and it would look like shit. Hey, fuck you. Look how cool this thing is. This is what raptors and T-Rexes should have looked like. Fight me. Okay, a more serious approach now. The Sacred's greens and teals and purples. If you look at the color wheel, they stand in opposition of this land's grays and browns, right? The Sacred itself, for utility purposes, does not camouflage into the environment. The accessories of the Sacred would tell me that this is a creature used for travel. The rucksack, the water bottle, that'll like sash it to the back, tell me that these are used for long journeys. Also, the design on the saddle is beautiful. Look at all of the details. Oh, I love that. I forget what it's called, but the ropes that you use to like steer the Sacred isn't eaten in its mouth, which tells me that these people treat these creatures with a lot of reverence and they treat them well.
He's really going to town on the oats. He likes the flavor. Because
relatively, the fabric that's tied around its horns isn't all that like thick or uncomfortable, but it's decorative and it's thin and it's beautiful.
And there's his jealous of the raptor eating all the oats.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
You would use these reins to turn the creature at a suggestion, not at a command. Also, small, beautiful touch, right? Let's look at the creature design for a moment. The tucked-in wings. It is apparent that these wings are not meant for major flight. This creature will not be taking off and soaring high into the skies. It is a gliding creature. These forearms are meant for like additional mobility, much like a sugar glider. I love this creature. It is our new mount. And I think in video games now it's apparent, right? Especially in Japanese video games, that like, what is the quintessential video game mount that everyone thinks about?
It's Pikachu!
It is the Chocobo. Vaguely Chocobo shaped. Anyway, let's move on to the first hunt. I love the beautiful tiny dinosaurs. Bitch. Small touch, but look how the rocks there look a tiny bit different. This is by choice. It almost looks obsidian in nature. So something had either, with tremendous heat, formed and melted through the rocks to form this. Hey, by the way, you know what's fucking hilarious, but also really nice? Look up what the arachnophobia mode looks like on these things. They turn them into giant slime balls.
It's yours it is, and he wants it.
But yeah, these designs, it's creepy, it's disgusting. These are giant ticks. These are parasitic creatures, right? But you know, here's where the environment and the creature design like starts coming into play. Let's put a few pieces together. What formed this tunnel? What could have possibly formed this tunnel? And is it connected to whatever these things are preying on? These are obviously giant fleas, giant ticks that suck blood. What are they feeding off of? And this tells a story of maybe there's something massive roaming these lands.
If you see a giant worm crawling, quickly move away and be careful.
It's like dark blue rocks contrasting with the light browns and yellows of the environment.
Wow, beautiful, wow.
Some of the creatures in Wilds are very fascinating. For example, what I would only describe as a goat dinosaur. It kind of reminds me of, what was it, like a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops? But regardless, you can tell what this big boy is all about. He is about hitting you with his big head. They probably have the same behavior as goats, where they will lock horns and bash heads to assert dominance with each other. They're gonna run away?
Spike!
Oh, it did. Yeah, it went for a headbutt first.
Before I demolish you.
Look how they're forming a line. This is when, like, animations in a game tell a story. They form a defensive line to try to protect themselves from you. And I believe real animals act like this, from like buffalo to elephants. They will all start turning their heads at you, pointing their weapons at you to try to protect themselves. Let's hit it.
A few moments later.
Holy shit, that's terrifying. Oh my god, the lightning strikes. Oh!
Wow, beautiful. Wow.
One of the things that makes this environment so interesting, the thunderstorm.
It would be a feature. A creature feature.
Look how beautiful this place has turned. But now you can see why these little towers exist. Of course, they are not natural formations. When you even see it get struck by lightning, you can see little ruins behind it. So that's kind of like the fantasy element of this area, is these unnatural lightning rods. Those growths out of its back attract lightning strikes, and if my theory is correct, the reason it does this is, one, I'm pretty sure this creature is fully grounded, but number two is, it protects the females in its herd from the lightning strikes by attracting it to itself. Because I noticed that all of like the females in the species is sleeping peacefully, while this big armadillo stegosaurus thing is attracting the lightning. Also, just, you know, from like an artist nerd viewpoint, that thing in the background looks fucking incredible. Look at that. You can see it glowing literally from all of the lightning striking it, and a total mystery as to what it is. And here are the wilds in daylight, and I think this is where it truly shines. I believe that this area goes through rapid seasons of dry, horrible dry desert, followed by that horrific, scary-ass storm, into what they describe as the plenty. Beautiful golden fields of grass. Kind of reminds me of the cornfields in Wisconsin.
Better look. Cool.
Wow.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Supposed to be impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams. I'm slow.